It looks like we are live. I am Nicola, and welcome to Faster Changes with Nicola. Today's live stream, we are going to be releasing our blocks to being optimistic and feeling secure. If you enjoy these live streams, it would be awesome if you would give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So, welcome, Support Studio. It's great to have you here. And let's start with some gratitude. In the comments, share something you're grateful for today. I am grateful to my girlfriend, Jo, who lent me her A-Stim last night, which is a little machine that helps you relax. And I slept amazing as a result. So much to be grateful for getting to use that. And thank you, Support Studio. I appreciate that. So who wants to be more optimistic? Who wants to feel more secure? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you would like to be able to release your blocks to being more optimistic and feeling more secure. And then while you're at it, leave something you're grateful for in the comments as well. It is a gorgeous day here in Idaho today. We're on a warming trend at last. So I'm super grateful for that. The sun is out, blue skies, white fluffy clouds, and 30 new friends on LinkedIn Support Studio. That is awesome. Welcome, Sherry. It's great to see you here. And Torian, hey, good morning. You got to see your long distance best friend. That's fantastic. Good. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do a little bit of tapping, a little bit of self-havening, and release some blocks. That's a good thing, right? Let's see. Let's start with our aiming question. 0 to 10, how optimistic am I feeling today? Just notice what number you get. 10, that means you're feeling really optimistic, and that's awesome. 0, it means you're not feeling optimistic at all, and you've got some blocks to let go of. So for me, I'm at about a 9, which is divine. I'll start there, and I'm grateful for it. Welcome, Pleasant. It's great to have you here. And Support Studio is at a 6 to start out. Room for improvement there. Let's see if anyone else is going to put anything in the comments. And Sherry is at an 8, which is great. Harmony is grateful for their part-time job. Super. That's awesome. All right, good stuff. Let's get started with our first round of tapping and let go of anything that's blocking you from being more optimistic in your life. So you can take 2 fingers and tap and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I'm focusing on what I don't want rather than what I have or do want. All the ways I block myself from feeling more optimistic in my life, I'm here to let it go. I choose to let a little bit of that go now. Feel your fingers as you tap. I give myself permission to feel a bit more optimistic now. All right, wiggle your toes. Squeeze your wrist. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 8. And say peace. Great job. Now we're going to transition to something called self-havening. You can do this with just a little bit of soothing touch. And it could be on your hands or your face or your arms. You get to choose. And with our self-havening, we're going to ask some informational questions to turn your mind to possibilities. So what if I could be more optimistic? What if things are better than I've been focusing on for me? What if I can focus on what I have? What if I create a strong vision of what I want in the future? And what if I can let go of the things that are bringing me down today? So just let those possibilities percolate for a moment. And then we're going to refocus in and check and see what incremental change you are creating with being more optimistic. So ask yourself 0 to 10, how optimistic am I feeling now? Mine's still at a 9, which I would say is divine. In a moment, we're going to tap again. So let's see. Torian, 8. Harmony, 8. Support Studio, 8. Torian moved up to a 9. Lisa, welcome. Lisa is at a 7. Fantastic. We're going to tap again. Take 2 fingers. Remember to shift your focus. Just feel the tapping, hear the tapping, and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I block myself from feeling optimistic. It's okay to let it go. I don't need it anymore. I give myself permission to feel a little bit more optimistic now. All right. Feel the fingers, squeeze your wrist. Take a nice deep breath in. Relax it out and say peace. Good job. In a moment, we're going to start with a little bit more self-havening. And right now, I am going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I just realized I didn't do that. And you know what happens if I get a call? It messes up our. There we go. Now you can start your self-havening. This way, no calls interrupt the live stream. So Shrishti had a 9, Sherry 10, Harmony 9. So you guys are creating some lovely incremental change with being more optimistic, letting go of anything that's bringing your optimism down. What we're going to do now is a bit of a pattern interrupt. It's just going to help you reset what you're doing in your mind while the soothing touch relaxes your body. I like to do that with tongue twisters. So the tongue twister we're going to do right now, and I'd love it if you'd repeat it out loud because it doesn't work if you don't, is which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? Give me a thumbs up if you did that out loud to reset yourself while you're doing some self-havening. And then we're going to check again. So while you're putting that in the comments, your thumbs up if you did it out loud, we're going to check 0 to 10. How optimistic am I feeling now? So mine's moved up to a 10 plus, which is good. I'll take it. Support Studio did the tongue twister out loud. Excellent. Makes a difference. Shrishti out loud. Torian out loud. Good job. My brave souls. And Support Studio 9. That's fantastic. Torian 10. Woohoo! Excellent. Very happy to see that. Good work. Okay, we're going to go again. Just notice anything that prevents you from feeling like you can be optimistic. Notice where your mind goes. Notice any thoughts in the peanut gallery, as I call it. Those uninvited ants, automatic negative thoughts. Let's escort them out with another round of tapping, okay? So tap, feel your fingers, and say, I release and let go of all the ants blocking me from being optimistic. I release those automatic negative thoughts. They're not useful anymore. Wherever they came from, time to let them go. Whoever I learned how to think this way from, time to let it go. I give myself permission to think some automatic positive thoughts now. I give myself permission to be optimistic now. Good work. Squeeze your wrist and take a nice deep breath in. And relax it out on a sigh. Peace. Nicely done. Great. Okay, you could begin just a little bit more self-havening, and we'll do some affirmational questions that we can percolate and allow our mind to shift into some possibilities. All right, Shrishti, those graphics are adorable. And Support Studio as well. Good job. Okay, so here we go. What if I can be optimistic? What if I'm doing better than I've been telling myself? What if I walk in a room and I notice what's right? What if I look in the mirror and notice what's good? Just let those percolate for a moment with you. Imagine walking in and finding the good. Imagine seeing yourself and appreciating yourself. Looking at yourself with optimism rather than criticism. What good might happen if you do that? All right, so let's check in again. 0 to 10, how optimistic am I feeling now? Mine's moved up to a 10 plus plus plus. I will take it. Let me see what it is for you now. 9.5 for Support Studio. That's fantastic. Good. We're going to tap again in just a moment. That would be good. Shrishti coming in at a 10. Excellent. Everybody's moving up nicely. We're looking for incremental change, not perfection. There goes my voice. All right, let's tap again. So feel your fingers, shift your focus to the tapping. Repeat after me. I release and let go of whatever's left that was blocking me from feeling more optimistic about my life. Whoever I modeled that after, I let it go. Whatever family tradition I've tried to fit into, I let it go. I give myself permission to be a little bit more optimistic now and to feel good about it. Feel those fingers. You can squeeze your wrist. Take a nice deep breath in and then relax it out. Peace. Great job. You can shift into self-havening once again. Allow your body to relax in between tapping rounds. A little bit of a reset. And we're going to do another tongue twister for another reset. And you could do this anytime in the day that you need to just kind of reboot your brain, right? You feel like you're stuck on a certain thought, replaying a conversation that doesn't serve you. Just stop, soothe yourself, and do a tongue twister. All right, let's see. You know New York, you need New York, you know you need unique New York. You know New York, you need New York, you know you need unique New York. You know New York, you need New York, you know you need unique New York. Give me a thumbs up if you did that one out loud. That one's a really hard one, and it cracks me up, especially when I mess it up. But I didn't today, so that's a-okay. Good one, Support Studio. Okay, so let's check in. 0 to 10, how optimistic am I feeling now? We'll do one more round and see where we all end up. So Sherry was at a 10 plus plus. Torian is at a 10. Lisa is at a 9. Good job, Support Studio, coming in at a 10. And I see that you did the tongue twister out loud, which is excellent. Shrishti as well. Perfect. Good work. All right, we're going to do one last tapping round on optimistic and releasing our blocks there. And then we're going to pivot into secure, letting go of all the ways you block yourself from feeling secure in the present moment. A lot of us do a bit of catastrophizing and going off down that rabbit hole. So let's see, Shrishti 12, Torian 11. Really great job, everybody. Okay, let's do one last round of tapping. So feel your fingers and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I have been blocking myself from being optimistic about myself or my life. That is simply emotional suicide, and I let it go. All the self criticism, all the blaming and complaining, all the self shaming, I let it go. All the ways I focus on what's wrong or what I didn't do or what I need to do, I let it go. What if I focus on what I did do? What if I appreciate and recognize what I got right? What if I pause for just a moment and focus on what's working? I give myself permission to be a little bit more optimistic about my life now. Squeeze your wrist. Take a nice deep breath in. Relax it out. And say peace. Great job. So let's check in. You could do a little more self-havening if you like in between. We're just going to check in and see where we all ended up with releasing the blocks to being optimistic. 0 to 10, how optimistic am I feeling now? Mine is 10 with 4 plus signs. That's pretty good. Pleased with it. That's a nice shift. And let me see in the comments where you ended up with this one. And then next we will pivot to releasing what blocks us from being more secure. Okay, support studio 11, excellent. Harmony was at a 10, Torian 12, Shrishti 13. Harmony moving up to, no, Harmony still at a 10, very good, awesome. Beautiful, Sherry 10 plus, 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 awesome. Great work, everybody. Nice incremental changes. I hope it feels good to feel a bit more optimistic. I hope you find yourself a little more relaxed, maybe even standing a little bit taller. As I release the stuff that weighs me down, I often notice a shift in how I'm standing. I just tend to lengthen a bit. So notice what changes in you. And we're going to shift to letting go of anything that blocks you from feeling secure. Now, this could be secure in your life, it could be secure within yourself. I like to focus on what makes me feel secure within myself personally, because if I'm secure within me, I'm secure everywhere in my life, right? So, 0 to 10, how secure am I feeling right now? I would say that's a 10 plus already. So that's good. I'm starting out in a nice place. I like it. Let me see what it is for you. And if you are enjoying this live stream and if you are getting some shifts, give me a thumbs up because it helps the channel. And that's a good thing because that means these videos could reach more people. So thank you. Torian is at a 1 for secure. So we have room for improvement. Support studio is at a 4. Sherry coming in at a 5 and Shrishti at an 8. So we have a really broad spectrum here and we're going to do some changing, okay? Notice what it is that blocks you from feeling secure. And maybe you could say it's your own personal recipe for creating insecurity within you. That's a bit of what you say to yourself. It's where you let your thoughts go and you're going to interrupt those, okay? So Lisa, 9, Harmony, 5. And Shrishti, I said, was an 8. Okay, great. Let's get started with some tapping. Okay, so 2 fingers. Feel your fingers as you tap and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I am creating insecurity within me with my thoughts. I allow myself to notice insecure thoughts and interrupt them so I can release them. I let them all go. Wherever they came from, it's okay to let them go now. Whoever I learned them from, it's okay to still let it go now. I can graduate from anyone else's system and embrace my own. I give myself permission to feel more secure now. Good job. You can squeeze your wrist and take a nice deep breath in. Relax that out again. And say peace. Very well done. Now, time to start a little more self-havening as we reset between that tapping round. We'll bring a little informational questions here. What if I'm more secure than I've been giving myself credit for? What if I stop catastrophizing? What if I interrupt my negative stories immediately and turn them around into possibilities? Good possibilities, that is. What if I ask myself better what if questions? What if I tap more? What if I do a little bit more self-havening to soothe myself? All right, let those possibilities percolate in your mind. And let's check in again, 0 to 10. How secure am I feeling now? 10 plus plus. Mine is changing, little incremental shifts. Let me see where everybody is by putting it in the comments. Let's see, Harmony's at a 5, 6, and a thumbs up, very good. Support Studio coming in at a 6, that's awesome, good job. And we're gonna tap again in a moment. Just notice what it is that blocks you from feeling secure. It could be something you're saying to yourself. It could be an image, someone's voice that you're replaying in your mind. It could be something you are projecting or fantasizing about that hasn't happened yet, and you're making yourself feel insecure. Not useful unless you want to feel insecure. So now tap, feel your fingers, repeat after me. I release and let go of my story that keeps me feeling insecure. It's time to interrupt those thoughts. It's time to release those limiting beliefs. It's time to focus on what I can do. I give myself permission to create feelings of security within me and to feel more secure as a result. Squeeze that wrist. Take a nice deep breath in. Relax it out. Peace. Well done. You can resume your self-havening. This time we're going to interrupt whatever we're doing in our minds, whatever our story of why we can't feel secure, why we can't be secure, those excuses or reasons or limiting beliefs. Let's just interrupt it all with a tongue twister. Which one shall we use? How many sheets can a sheet slitter slit if a sheet slitter could slit sheets? How many sheets could a sheet slitter slit if a sheet slitter could slit sheets? How many sheets could a sheet slitter slit if a sheet slitter could slit sheets? Now, if someone told me 10 years ago that I would be doing videos on YouTube repeating tongue twisters, I would have pretty much told them that they were insane and that there was no possibility of that. However, all these years of tapping on myself, amazing what can change and what you can be able to do later. So, what's a sheaf? All righty. We're going to check in again and see where you are with feeling secure. 0 to 10, how secure am I feeling now? 10 plus, plus, plus. Throw that in the comments and give me a thumbs up if you did that tongue twister out loud. Sheaf. Good job, Support Studio. 8 is great, and you did the tongue twister out loud, so excellent, excellent, excellent. Torian and Harmony, thumbs up, so I believe that means you did the tongue twister out loud as well. Lisa's at a 10, Shrishti, 13. Harmony came up to a 7. Sherry's at an 8. You guys are doing great. Nice incremental changes. Very good. Beautiful. So we're going to go again. You ready to do some more tapping? 2 fingers, feel them. Change your focus and repeat after me. I release and let go of all the ways I've been trading my security for fear. I release catastrophizing, blaming, complaining, excuse making, all projections and fantasies. I release the heaviness that's been blocking me from feeling secure. I let it all go. I'm safe as I let that go now. Today is a new day, and I can change my thinking. I give myself permission to feel more secure now. Okay, squeeze that wrist and take a nice deep breath in. Relax it out. Peace. Good job. Give yourself a smile. You're doing something great by taking a little bit of time and joining in with these live streams. Okay, so let's check and see where we all ended up now. You could do a little more self-havening if you'd like to, but let's check in 0 to 10. How secure am I feeling now? So mine's gone up to a 10 plus, 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 plus. Nice job for a very short little bit of tapping and self-havening. The Support Studio coming in at a 9, which is divine. Sherry, 10. Harmony, 8. Torian gave me a thumbs up. Lisa, I love the little heart with a plus sign. Very good. And Lisa was at a 10 plus, so that's good. You guys are doing fantastic today. I hope that you can go into your weekend and enjoy the rest of today feeling more optimistic and secure. I will be back next week with another live stream, and next week on Tuesday is my next collateral changes call where bad memories go to die. I work with a couple of volunteers, everybody else taps along, and we release painful memories so that we can all change. So if you're interested in that, there will be a link in the bottom of this description of this video. I'd love to see you there. And once again, if you enjoyed this live stream, if you got changes, give me a thumbs up. Help my channel grow. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful for your support. Lisa, yawning and deeply relaxed. That's fantastic. And thank you, Shrishti. I send you love right back. Good job, Pleasant. 10 and 10. Proud of you. Thanks for being here. So everybody have an amazing day. I will see you in the next video. And if you like some short targeted tapping rounds, check out my shorts, the YouTube shorts. That sounded really funny, but they're just 60-second tapping rounds. So you could just watch them on repeat and get some stuff changed. Happy Mom's Day to all the moms out there. Thank you, Support Studio. All right, take care, everybody. I will be back next week. Thanks for being here. Have an amazing day.